I'm out here on my boat, just enjoying the last few hours I have with it. So fortunately we're selling it. So this has been a pretty long journey for all of us. We bought this boat back in 2010. So it's now about 12 years old. So that's a pretty long time to have a boat this size. So that was really something. I think we didn't plan to have that boat for such a long time, and we didn't plan to use that boat quite so extensively. We really did some pretty good journeys on it. For other destinations like Passau or Vienna, which is 200 k's away from my marina. So I'm pretty sad actually to leave this all behind, but sometimes you gotta make room for something bigger and something better, and this is the time to do it. So this is my story about my boat that I fell so in love with that I'm gonna sell. We're gonna sell, because it's not my boat, it's actually my father's boat, but I really grew to like it quite a lot. So this boat really first got us into boating. We had quite a small dinghy before that, so that was a small rubber boat with a 5 horsepower engine on it. So that was a really small introduction to boating, but it got us starting in it. Later we upgraded to that one. So that was pretty much how we got started into just proper boating, you know, with that boat. That was a really big upgrade for us back then. I hope the new owner is gonna like it just as much as we did, because it is a pretty good platform to be on, and just I think the perfect boat to get started into boating. Just a cheap boat, good size, nothing you can do wrong with. So the experiences the boat has put us through are quite remarkable. We had a near miss with a rock once in Sardinia. Fortunately not been responsible for the boat back then, so that was quite good. And we did have someone to blame that incident to. That was my dad. My dad drove the day, but you know, could have happened to anybody really. We did have a near miss, and actually the outboard engine and the propeller on the boat, they did hit the rocks, and we actually did hit that rock with the boat, but only the propeller. So only the propeller was the thing that got hit, and yeah, that's just what happens if you use the boat. It's gonna be beat up, and it's gonna have some situations where you might not want to be, and if something goes wrong, it will go wrong eventually. And there was one situation that was last year that I will never forget. I did tow a big boat, that was like much bigger boat than that is. I think it was 2.5 ton boat. They had engine problems, and I did then you know, tow them back to their marina where they belong to, and yeah, the thing was that my engine, or not my engine, but the engine just shut down, and I didn't know why. And I was towing him, the big guy with the 2.5 ton boat, and I was just going right for the pillar of the bridge, and that was a pretty close situation we were in. And then I looked back, and actually my wakeboard blocked the fuel from the fuel line, from the fuel tank to the engine, the fuel line actually. So that was, I don't know how that happened, but it just happens, and it happens in the most vulnerable situations. So that was pretty bad, and I hope that will never happen to me again. So, but then we made the decision to move up to a different boat, to a slightly bigger boat, just because it's the usual progress of a boater. You always have a boat, and when you do have a boat, you always look up to your next boat. And we did that, and we bought an next boat. And this time, I'll actually pay some money too. So this is pretty exciting for me, because I'm going to be a kind of a half of a boat owner. Of course, then we decided to sell it. So we did some extensive cleaning of the boat. Now it's time to say goodbye. Just spending the last few hours I have with the boat on the water, just where it belongs to. Just saying goodbye. It's a really sad moment, because I collected so many beautiful memories on the boat. There's so much stories that have been made on the boat. There was so much, yeah, just a memory machine really. That's what the boat is made for. It's there to make memories, it's there to give you cool experiences and to remember that for a lifetime. And I think that's what the boat did. and it did a really good purpose with that. And I'm excited for the next boat to do that for us as well. Just be a boat which is a memory machine, you know. Can't wait to take you along the journey, and I can't wait to see what it's all about. Okay, till then, see you on the next boat.